Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a post here from Hedera, and one of the things that I keep trying to talk to you guys about, tokenization. So we have Hedera talking about tokenization here, and they've actually got a link to their website where they're going into it a bit more in depth. So I just want to go through this with you because again, I'm trying to show you the power of what tokenization is. So let's get into this post here and you can get an idea right from the get-go. Real world asset tokenization is set to reshape the global economy and the Hedera network. With regulatory compliance and low predictable fees, is providing the infrastructure for this transformation. Explore RWA tokenization on Hedera today. So straight away, reshape the global economy. This is how powerful tokenization will be. And as I've said to you before, this is even from Leemon Baird's mouth. Even Leemon Baird said this. Everything of value will be tokenized. I completely agree with him. Yeah, everything of value will be tokenized. That's how the future is going to be. So when I'm seeing this and what Hedera are trying to do with tokenization, this is why I feel very comfortable with HBAR long term, because the fact that they're really getting into tokenization the way they are, I just think that alone is going to be very, very powerful for Hedera. So let's get into their website and we can look at this a bit further. Okay, so here we have real world asset tokenization on Hedera. Discover the transformative potential of real world asset in brackets RWA tokenization with Hedera. The Hedera platform simplifies the process of tokenizing real world and digital assets, making them liquid, fractional, and transparent. And the fractional part is one of the main things. I mean, to be honest with you, all three are really powerful parts of tokenization, because liquid means it's a lot easier to get in and out of. So when you think about, let's just say, for example, a house sale, if there's way more liquidity in tokenizing the asset, it just means it's going to be a lot easier to do the house sale. It'll be a much quicker process, right? Because the funds are readily available. It's a liquid market. But the fractional is what makes it good, because when you think about, again, let's just go to a house. The way you can just make it fractional, if you was to say have a family of, let's just say 5, and you wanted each of them to have some kind of ownership in the property, you can do that through the token, right? You just fractionalize the percentage through the token that they hold. So that's where it makes it so much easier for the average people to get in, because what it could have been back in the day is like, oh, you need this amount of money to get involved. Well, now, no, you can just have a fraction percentage ownership of this property. It doesn't matter. Like, even if it's only like 2%, it's fine. You can still have a fractional amount of ownership. And let's just say they say, well, you're going to earn X amount of this, property's value. You own 2%, so that just means you'll earn 2% of the interest. Now, that might not be a lot because it's only a small stake, but you're in the position to do that now. That's what's making it more available, and that's what's going to make it so much more appealing for mass adoption, because there might be people who would want to have a property, but they just haven't got enough money to buy a property all out for themselves, right? So they could say, okay, well, I'll just buy a fraction of this property now. I'll just own a certain percentage of it. And, it might be a small amount, but that's fine, right? I'm still going to make some money off of the back of this. It's still an investment I can now get into, and I will actually still make some revenue off of the back of this. So it's still going to be good. And also they could use the money that they're earning to start buying more percentage ownerships of the property, right? So it's like, okay, the money that I'm getting here as the reward, as the yield, I'm just going to reinvest that back into buying more ownership of the property till eventually I own, like, let's say 10% of the property, that kind of thing. So this is why tokenization is such a big deal, guys. It really is. And transparency, of course, that's how you want things to be. This kind of stuff, when you're dealing with house property sales, diamonds, this kind of stuff, these kind of things, you want it to be transparent, right? You want to make sure it's all legitimate. There's no issues, there's no hidden things going on, anything like that, nothing suspicious, that kind of thing. Transparency is always going to be key when you're dealing with this kind of stuff. So, continuing on, RWA tokenization begins with Hedera. Hedera enables seamless tokenization of real-world and digital assets at scale, offering unmatched performance, security and compliance for thriving tokenized economies. From regulated security tokens to NFTs, Hedera empowers efficient creation of diverse asset types, unlocking trillions in illiquid assets while providing enterprises and developers with robust tools to drive evolution of financial markets. Yeah, again, I completely agree. This is the kind of thing where the unlocking the trillions, it's because a lot of these markets, it's a lot harder to get into and out of, right? And that's why, again, tokenization is simplifying this. And that's why tokenization is simplifying this process. And that's why it's making it way more available for the average person, because it's making it way more liquid, which makes it a lot easier for people to get involved. So this is, again, what I'm talking about with tokenization. You've got to understand how much of a big deal this is. And the fact that this is being done so much on Hedera, this is one of the reasons why I feel so confident with them, because tokenization to me is like one of the biggest things about crypto technology. So just some stats here. We've got 8 billion plus ecosystem market cap on Hedera, $150 million plus total value locked on Hedera, and $50 million plus tokenized assets on Hedera. Very good stats there. Very good stats. So we've just got some more things here to add to this. Regulatory compliance. RWA tokenization may necessitate account level configurations to ensure regulatory and compliance adherence, especially for stablecoins and other payment-focused cryptocurrencies. Hedera enables token issuers to define account-level KYC verification and freeze, token supply management, transfer, along with AML checks to adhere to regulations and more. Low and predictable fees. In real-world asset tokenization on Hedera, fees are fixed and denominated in USD. With transactions carried out using HBAR, verifiable data with consensus timestamps are streamed to Hedera at 10,000 TPS with immediate settlement for a mere 0.0001 USD per transaction. Trusted, transparent data. The Hedera Consensus Service, in brackets HCS, serves as a foundational tool for enhancing trust in data. Specifically designed for creating decentralized, auditable logs of immutable and time-stamped sustainability data, HCS enables granular data to be securely logged and accessed by all involved parties. This heightened transparency and accessibility deter fraudulent activities, bolstering confidence in the system. So some great stats there in regards to Hedera, and just shows you why they would be one of the top choices. And it makes sense after everything that you've just heard me speak of. These are all great points and reasons as to why people would want to pick Hedera. The speed, the regulatory compliance, the transparency. Obviously, these are all things that you would want when you're tokenizing things, right? Like, this just makes sense. So the fact that Hedera has all these in check obviously makes them one of the go-to places if you want to do tokenization. So just got something here from Aberdeen. Aberdeen are a company I've spoken on before who are tokenizing at the moment as we speak, actually on Hedera, and they've had a lot of great stuff to say. So just got a quote here from them. Quote, "It is exciting to see a tangible application of Archax's tokenization engine working with Hedera, and it paves the way for us to look at creating other digital, blockchain-based token investment solutions," unquote. And that was from Russell Barlow, Global Head of Alternatives at Aberdeen. RWA tokenization on Hedera. Hedera's tokenization capabilities provide a transformative avenue for enterprises and developers alike to efficiently tokenize assets, revolutionizing ownership and participation in financial markets. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at what we've got here. And these are just some companies who are currently tokenizing on Hedera. So we have the Diamond Standard, a company that I have covered before. They're doing marketplace and payments. So that's in regards to physical diamonds. They're tokenizing physical diamonds. So straight away, obviously that's a big deal. Huge use case. We've then got Red Swan. They're a real estate commercial company. So they're actually tokenizing some of their property portfolio. So again, big deal with tokenization there in terms of property. One of the things I've just explained to you. Aberdeen, again, tokenizing investment instruments such as money market funds. Again, they have a portfolio that they're currently tokenizing. I think they've done 16 billion so far, if I remember rightly, but can't say that I'm 100% sure on that, so I am pulling from memory. Archax, registered digital asset exchange, broker and custodian. Shinhan Bank, South Korean banking and financial services provider. Dual Bank, full service bank providing multi-currency services all via API. Standard Bank, South African bank and financial services group. Swiss Coast, pioneering transformative distributed ledger technology. USD coin, we all know that, USDC, a stable coin brought to you by Circle and Coinbase. Hedera with the stablecoin studio, open source SDK that simplifies the process of issuing stablecoins using Hedera network services. And Hashaxis, NFT marketplace and launchpad. So there you can just see some examples of what's being tokenized, how they're using tokenization, how they're working with Hedera. And man, this is what I'm saying. This is just the start, guys. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to tokenization, just from what I've seen, again, I don't like to say this as a matter of fact because it could just be that there's companies or networks that I've not heard of, but Hedera's what I've seen the most in terms of tokenization. Like, I seem to see tokenization being one of Hedera's like main use cases. It seems to me like they seem at the moment to be getting like the lion's share when it comes to tokenization. I'm not saying it's just them that they're going to, but they seem to really have a step ahead at the moment when it comes to tokenization, which again is great to see because tokenization is such a big deal. So the fact that they've already got kind of like their head start there, so to speak, it's only a positive for Hedera. So real great stuff to see in that regard. RWA tokenization ebook. This paper presents an up-to-date exploration of the two main tokenization models supported by Hedera hashgraph. It delves into tokenization natively on Hedera, leveraging the Hedera token service, as well as tokenization in a permissioned network environment, utilizing the Hedera consensus service. Learn more through the link below. So if you guys do want to check that out, have a look on their website. It is there available for you to have a look. And just the last thing here, RWA tokenization resources, embarking on the journey of real world asset tokenization. Here are some tools to kickstart your development process. Okay, so I'll leave it there because we've got the gist of it from just looking at the website. But as you can tell, guys, they are very much big on tokenization. You can clearly see that. And the fact that they say reshaping the global economy, I couldn't agree more. Like, we've really got to understand what a big deal tokenization is. And the fact that we're seeing so many positives already going on with that on Hedera, that already tells me this should show you that a lot of value should be coming HBAR's way. So I'm excited in that regard. I keep trying to show you as much as I can about tokenization because I do think it's one of the more powerful use cases for any crypto, to be honest. I really do. So I'm really trying to show you guys as much as I can about tokenization. One, to help you learn about it and understand it, and two, so you can see how much is actually going on in regards to this type of use case on HBAR. So for me, real great stuff to see here. Hope this is something that's giving you guys a bit more excitement as well in regards to what could be coming value wise from this. But nonetheless, I think it's something that's worth checking out if you haven't. So Hedera have posted this on their X profile, so feel free to check it out, and it will lead you to their websites. There's a link on there, and then you guys can have a look at this a bit more in depth if you want to understand it a bit more. But definitely a big deal here. Definitely a big deal. But what do you guys think? RWA tokenization on Hedera. Do you like the sound of this? Is there any type of tokenization that you've heard so far that you would actually be interested in doing yourself? Do you think that this would be good for HBAR's price? Or do you not like the sound of this? Is there anything that you've heard so far that gives you any type of concern for RWA tokenization? Or do you just not think that this is going to be any good for HBAR's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.